You know, the one thing that I can't really seem to understand is that even though there is almost insurmountable evidence against D4vd and all the disgusting things he's done, it seems like there's still a cult following or a group of people who are raising their fists into the air saying, no, he would never do something like that. He is being framed. Justice for David. There's a lot of people, even in my own comment sections, I'll see a dead brain fucking random person saying that shit. And I don't know if some of it's for rage bait, but I do know some of these people are genuinely feeling this way. And I guess it happens for every high profile murderer. People start to attach themselves to it, but I feel like this is super odd. Like, I mean, we have this guy dead to rights. We have all type of evidence against David, and people are still trying to hold out for him. And it gives way to people like who we're going to talk about today. Horrible people to feed on that type of energy. There's this attorney that went on Gideon's live stream. If you don't know who Gideon is, he's the guy who catches preds and all types of stuff. There's an attorney who went on his live stream and basically gave people on that side of the aisle more ammo to say that David's innocent. This attorney went up there and basically said Celeste was the problem and that David was suffering from his own success. And, you know, women tend to go after very powerful, strong men. And he should have me as an attorney because I would get him out of that situation very easily. And let me explain how. This guy is, this guy is disgusting. And I have to show you guys because the stuff that he says may actually be used in this criminal trial. But just hearing someone come up with these ideas on how to free David is crazy to me. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this whole interview with Gideon and this fucking idiot, this attorney, I should say, it's been picking up some traction on Twitter. And, you know, all the David Dick writers out there are really pointing to this defense as a possibility for him to, be innocent. Up to now, the big 2026, May 4th, people still think this guy is innocent. So let's hear what this attorney has to say, if we could even call him that.
There's an advantage and disadvantage that is in this case that you see, besides you.
The advantage is that it looks like this was done in California, which is a crime, or not California, but LA, right? It's a high crime area. And there's other reasons that caused the death of this girl, other than him. That's why I see an advantage of. And she's motivated, to go after him. The other thing, the disadvantages that I see in this case is that he never called me. If he would have called me or his family would have reached out to me, I'll take that case. David, if you're listening, I'll take your case for free. If you reach out to my office, JM Law Firm, I will take your case for free. Don't forget that, and it's recorded.
Okay, what is the disadvantage besides you? What is the disadvantage besides you?
That's
so
it.
Immediately you could already see him interjecting himself into this case. Listen, everybody is trying to make money off of this case, and now it's just the attorney's. It's the attorney's turn. You ever seen that show, Better Call Saul? This is like our Better Call Saul in real life. Just a slimy scumbag of a lawyer, and he's trying to interject himself into this by any means possible. And I'm pretty sure this has crossed a lot of other attorneys' minds, but he's the first one to do it. And who knows, this might open a whole floodgate of scumbag attorneys trying to get on podcasts and live streams talking about how innocent David really is. Because remember, the only reason he's doing this online is because there's a demographic that exists that wants to hear this. So he's just filling the void. It's simple capitalism. He's just filling that void for everybody. Well, let's continue.
Because anytime any charges come, there's no factual disadvantage. Dude, look at me. My client looked at the camera in my last trial, okay? He looked at the camera and shot him 3 times. 3 times, all right? And I was able to get his ass probation. He'll be done in 5 years. It's the most unbeatable cases that I look at. And so when I see David shit, it looks like a really good challenge. and it's gonna make me feel really good if I can get him a good outcome.
The fact that this weirdo is saying that if he could, get David on his side or, take the case and get him off or get him on a lot lighter of a sentence, it's going to make him feel really good inside. Isn't it supposed to be the opposite? Like, aren't you supposed to do your job? And if, the person that you feel is guilty gets off, you did your job. So your conscience is clear. This guy's the exact opposite. He wants the horrible person to get off. It makes me wonder what you be looking up on your phone. It makes me wonder what's on your history. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, it would make me feel really, really good inside if I could get David off. Yeah. What a fucking weirdo. But it gets worse. Let's keep going because now he starts throwing out theories that I'm sure prosecution will explore. But it's kind of like, bro, this is not your place to explore that. It just makes you come off as a weirdo. You're not getting paid for this. And David is not going to hire some fucking 2-bit lawyer from a live stream. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
So right now, me and you, we don't know because we haven't spoken to David. If I spoke to David, and he contacted me, then maybe it'll be a different story, right? From what I'm seeing, it looks like he is a victim of success. People came after him and possibly.
This motherfucker's a victim of success. People came after him. Let's really. I pray David hires this guy because this would be the biggest circus kangaroo court we've ever seen in our lives. Oh yeah, he was he has like a lisp to him, right? He was a victim to his own success, and he was, because of that, people were attacking him. And that's why we think David is, man, shut the fuck up. Go take the bar exam again. Something. I don't know what you need to do.
Contacted me, then maybe it'll be a different story, right? From what I'm seeing, it looks like he is a victim of success. People came after him and possibly, quite possibly, this girl came after him to attack him. So I don't know what's going on with the, what happens in real life. All I can see is the allegations, just like how you can see the allegations, and they sound bad. And a lot of my clients' cases, the allegations are very, very bad. And you know the type of cases I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I just showed my chat that you got a dude who shot somebody 3 times on camera. They caught him on camera, and you didn't even use self-defense, did you?
You had to have been there. I posted my trials.
Gideon, you had to have been there. I post all my trials, Gideon. You had to have been there. What a fucking creep. What a weirdo. He's just, I got a guy off who shot somebody 3 times. Now, I think the one beneficial thing to this whole interview, and it's very limited to what's beneficial, I think it kind of gives us an idea of how things can go in court. It's not automatically a slam dunk. I think it's beneficial for people to understand that just because prosecution claims they're going to prove this doesn't mean they actually can. Now, in my personal opinion, I think they will. I mean, the internet has already solved this case seemingly before the police got there. So it seems like everything's going to be in order. But it does let you kind of realize, like, if someone could get away with shooting someone 3 times, you never know what someone like David's real attorneys could really pull off, if that even makes sense. Let's continue, though. This guy has a lot to say.
Like on my feed, on my story.
You got
like,
someone that shot somebody 3 times off with just probation when the state was trying to give him 20 years.
And I didn't add in my video that he's going to get out on probation in 5 years. 5 years for shooting somebody on camera. And he even looked at the camera like the camera's right here. He went ahead and went and looked right at the camera.
What a fucking weirdo.
After he shot the dude.
Yeah. And I got that shit to be probation. He'll be done with probation in 5 years when he contacts me. No matter where I'm at with my clients' cases, even if you're found guilty, there's still ways out of it. And so I'm always going to fight no matter how bad shit gets. And right now, in regards to David, shit's looking bad. Okay? And it's always going to look bad in the beginning. But I'm always going to be able to try to fight and show like the truth, which is he's a victim here.
Motherfucker said, yeah, I'm going to prove that he's the victim here. Bullshit you are. And, we've covered a lot of cases where things looked bad at the beginning, but never to this degree. You know, the last time something looked this bad, the person went to jail for the rest of his life. That was Wade Wilson. The second the case hit the mainstream, we looked at it. We all collectively said, yeah, he's going to jail forever. This is one of those cases. This is not like, oh, it looks bad, it's about to get better. It's not one of those. I promise you, Mr. Attorney at Law. But anyways, he has a few things to say. He's going to start getting into theories as to who could have actually killed Celeste if it wasn't David. Check this out.
You're going to try to paint it as him being the victim. Let's go with that. How are you going to convince a jury that a man who is sending explicit photos of himself and receiving explicit photos, because Celeste isn't the only minor. He was also talking to other minors who have started to come forward. So how are you going to spin this as him being the victim of all these minors coming to him and him not wanting any part of this?
Well, I'm not going to spin anything. What I'm going to do is show the truth, okay? And that truth is that no matter what age anybody is susceptible, or anybody can be an aggressor, right? You can be 9 years old. And if you find out there's a lick out there that you can take advantage of and you can get free stuff out of him and you can threaten him, then you do it. And it's a normal.
It just goes to show where his mind is at. A person could be 9 years old, could be a whole, wow. It just goes to show where his mind is at. It just goes to show where his mind is at. This guy is kind of a fucking weirdo. He's a little odd, if I do say so myself. And he smiles at all the horrible people he got off. He prides himself off of that. And I mean, one thing is like being a defense attorney, it's your job, but priding yourself off of just getting horrible people less time is kind of weird to me. You know, it's kind of weird.
Normal thing that humans do. Whenever they see an opportunity, they can see it. And there is an opportunity when it comes to David. Shit, I don't even know David personally. And I can see David, you know, as a walking lick right now. He has YouTube videos, he has music, he obviously has money. Anybody in that position would say, you know what? Let's do something to this guy. Let's make some shit up so we can get what we want.
What about him ordering the Uber to his house, her being there, all of that? What's the play there?
Is that illegal to order an Uber for somebody?
I
don't see that. It's illegal to like order an Uber for a child? I don't see that in the criminal code anywhere. I don't see that. I mean,
You know, the only thing I could see happening as a possible way for David to get out, which I don't believe will happen. You know, the only way, let's just put it this way, is if prosecution has a hard time proving that David's the actual one who killed her, right? A lot of people are saying that specific action might be hard for them to prove, and it might make their whole case a little bit shaky. But even then, the best case scenario for David is that he's a chomo. He's a PDF who likes to play with little people. So I don't think that's much of a better outcome, right? Because so this attorney's saying like, so what? He Ubered a something-year-old to his house. Sure. But at the same time, his life will still be ruined, even if he doesn't go to prison for the rest of his life, which I'm sure he will. I mean, I don't think there's much getting out of this.
I've never seen that was illegal for anybody to do that. Like, so I don't see how that can be criminal in itself. I order Ubers for my cousins to go get picked up, you know, to be dropped off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I have family members. Like, just because he did that does not necessarily mean.
Okay, so she threatened him. He orders the Uber, and now after that Uber, she's never seen again, and she's found in his Tesla. So what is the play? So what happened?
Hey, what state was this in?
California.
In LA?
Yeah.
You know, LA is a dangerous place. It is dangerous.
And that's not even a slam dunk. The way Gideon is slamming his hands on the fucking desk like it's a slam dunk. Ooh, LA is dangerous. No, listen, that's where my first theory went. David taking her belongings to State Route 154, scaring them out, making it feel like someone else did something to her. That's probably the only theory they can go with in terms of defense, but it's not strong. There's too many things connecting the two together. He Ubers her to his house. How the fuck does she end up somewhere in Santa Barbara or wherever the fuck her stuff was? Like, none of it makes sense unless David's involved anyway. So, like, saying LA's a dangerous place, no. No, it's not good enough. That's not enough for reasonable doubt. It wouldn't reasonable doubt me. So, fuck out of here with that. This is why he's not representing David, because he sucks.
It is. It is. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Los Angeles is a dangerous place. There's gangs everywhere. There's people to extort you everywhere. Her body or whatever has happened to her could have been done by somebody else other than David himself. It's just that because of the relationship, the friendship that they have,
The friendship. Listen to
everybody's honing in on it. It's unfortunate for David. Anything could have happened to her. There are random people who get, pulled up on any day in LA, even if you're a girl.
So what about the blue? So the prosecutors were saying that so there wasn't going to be a mess. David put her body in a blue inflatable pool to keep all the blood in there, and the fragments from the blue inflatable pool that David bought matched the fragments found on her body.
That could be anybody. Because think about it. Not only is David a potential victim for any of the young girls, but he could be a potential victim for anybody.
Not only is David a potential victim for either one of the young girls, that sentence by itself, lock him up. Lock him up. David could be a potential victim for either one of those young girls he was talking to. Huh? Oh, man, put this guy on trial. Put him on trial. Get a good, send him to jail. Does he have children? Take his animals away from him. What the fuck? Bro, he needs to be put on the list. I don't know what David could be a victim of man, shit. Listen, folks, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but if this guy ever walks into your courtroom or into your little jail cell saying that he'll represent you for free and he'll get you off, don't take him. Don't take him. For me, don't do it.
Ancillary to that, right? So say, for example, he disrespected an up-and-coming rapper. They're going to want to put this murder on him, right? So let the prosecutors attack him instead of them attacking him personally. Because if you think about it, that is actually a good strategy. If I want to get after David because he disrespected me because he didn't buy me my soda, or he didn't get me a cheeseburger that I asked for, or he just looked at me wrong, or he said my song sucks because I sang for him, I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to get this dude. I'm going to put his DNA. I'm going to set some shit up.
Put his DNA.
I'm going to get that dead body, and I'm playing on him. So then, therefore, they can put all the state's power, all the prosecution's power into trying to put him away. It's like you're getting somebody else to do your dirty work for you. And that's a good possibility that could have happened to David. So that's what I think that could be a possibility for David as well.
You could tell this weirdo doesn't even believe the shit coming out of his mouth. Come on, bro. Nice promo, gang. But it fell flat on its face. Nobody's going to call you trying to get some lawyer services from you. What? That sounds like a fucking defense that I came up with while I was high on ketamine. While I was doing some crazy psychedelics. And I just said, this is a defense that, I could come up with that with half of my brain cells functioning. Fuck you talking about? You could tell as he's saying it, it's not even like he's not even like believing his own fucking bullshit.
You know what I mean? Like, no,
I don't know what you mean. No, like so he orders the Uber and then she
allegedly
it's from his account.
Allegedly, it's from his account. I can get your account. Give me your phone. I can do something to it. You know what I mean? Just because it's on your phone doesn't mean you're the one who did it.
Okay. The Uber is sent. It picks her up. It takes her over there. And then also, so how did they get access to his car? How is her body found in his car? And then they also have video evidence of him being the last person to leave the car before it was impounded. So he didn't smell her in there?
You can give somebody else access to the car. Just because it's your car doesn't mean like you're the only one who has sole.
So you heard it here first, folks. We officially have actual attorneys who passed the bar exam pandering to dead brain idiots on Twitter and going on these live streams and these podcasts trying to make some conversions off of the morons throughout the world, and it seems to be working. He's trying to make conversions. He's trying to get clients out of these idiots who actually believe in his theory. And it might not work for me and you, but it's working for somebody. Anybody who has an extra couple $1,000s who believes that this guy can do no wrong. Oh my God. But anyways, I just want to update you guys real quick on this whole Celeste and David situation. People are really putting their hat in the race. And I thought this was like the most egregious version of someone trying to profit off of this. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, man. I'm gonna see you guys back real soon. Stay inside, stay safe, and keep your eye on your children, man. I'm out. Peace.